Hi, I'm Wreak Havoc. Are you interested in Eurorack modular synthesis? So am I. The end. Yeah? No. Yeah, no, I just... No, I... No, what? But... Really? Okay. Hi, I'm Wreak Havoc, and I'm going to show you one of the easiest ways to start out with modular synthesis, using the Waldorf Eurorack Performance System as your platform and integrating the great Waldorf Eurorack modules. We've taken great strides to get you up and running quickly and easily with modular synthesis, and in this demo, we're going to show you the Waldorf Eurorack Performance System that includes the KB37 modular platform, the NW1 wavetable module, the Mod 1 triple modulator, the flexible DVCA1 dual voltage controlled amplifier, and the Comp 1 module that offers 2 channels of high quality analog compression with dual 2-pole filters. I'm also going to walk you through a very basic patch and then show you how easily it is to modify it from there so you can play along at home. Let's get started. The Waldorf Eurorack Performance System starts with the KB37 that includes a powered Eurorack chassis, a velocity-sensitive keyboard with a MIDI and controlled voltage platform that is ready to use right out of the box. Typically, you would have to source and assemble a case with a power supply, a keyboard, a MIDI to CV converter, arpeggiator module, and an audio output module just to get to the point where you can start adding modules. Waldorf have pre-built all of this into the KB37 for you to make your entry into the world of modular synthesis easy and fun. Now, while the KB37 does support the Eurorack standard and allows you to use any Eurorack compatible module, Waldorf has created a line of very impressive modules as well. Let's take a look. Now, every Eurorack synth needs at least one oscillator, and Waldorf's NW1 is an awesome oscillator. The NW1 features an advanced wavetable engine with 80 Waldorf wavetables, plus user wavetables and speech synthesis. 3 modes of wavetable playback included gated, step, and free allow for a wide variety of playback options. 3 modulation inputs can control tuning, brilliance, wavetable travel, wavetable position, spectrum, and noisy amounts. Dedicated trim controls for each input allow tailored and precise control from mild to wild. The NW1 is so advanced and flexible that we've done a separate video. Mod 1 contains not 1, not 2, but 3 unique modulation sources in a single module, including an ADSR with up to 3 decay stages. The second modulator is a 2-segment Symmetry generator with separate CV connections for speed and symmetry. It features a bipolar LFO mode with a user trim pot that can provide cycles as slow as 1 minute per cycle or as fast as 25 Hz, gate and trigger envelope with linear or rectangular waveforms. The third segment is a 2-stage rise and fall generator with a flexible curve control and optional loop mode. The rise and fall generator also has independent gate input and signal output. The DVCA1 module is a dual voltage-controlled amplifier featuring independent color controls which work as basic filters. Each side has simultaneous linear and exponential controls with CV inputs, additional gain up to 12 dB, individual and summed audio outputs, plus linked parallel or anti-parallel modes for panning effects. Comp 1 is a true, high-end analog compressor with flexible side chaining, threshold and compression controls with CV inputs, manual or automatic attack and release stages, hard and soft knee and overall gain, plus a separate output for the detector signals that can be also used as an envelope follower. Unlike a typical synthesizer you'd purchase from your local music store, a modular synthesizer, such as the Waldorf Performance Platform, doesn't make a sound straight out of the box. While some of the routing of gate and pitch signals are routed on the bus board that connect all the modules together, you'll still need to make 3 connections to begin. So let's get started. As you may know, our oscillator, the NW1, is our sound generator. But did you know an oscillator is constantly making sound? It literally never stops. Let's plug the audio out of the NW1 into the output module. What we're hearing is our NW1 making a constant tone, and while some of you may find a use for this, most of us will tire quickly of this cacophony. That's why on a modular synthesizer, you need a special kind of amplifier, known as a voltage-controlled amplifier, like the DVCA1. Unlike a typical audio amplifier, this is a voltage-controlled amplifier, which simply means you can send it a signal that can control the volume and even cut off the sound entirely. The Waldorf DVCA1 has two voltage-controlled amplifiers, and we're going to use one of these for our audio signal to contour it, and also to make it stop on the release of the keyboard. I'm going to unplug the audio output of the NW1 from the output module, and I'm going to plug that into the input of the first VCA on DVCA1. So here comes an aha moment. Please be prepared to say aha. So now we need something to control our controllable amplifier. Otherwise you'd have to stand there and turn the volume up and down with each key press. That's not going to happen. So our voltage controlled amplifier needs voltage to control it. Makes sense, right? And for that, I'm going to use the Waldorf Mod 1. I'm plugging the output of the ADSR into the linear input of the DVCA1. This signal will turn the volume up and down so our system is playable from the keyboard. Now for the second part of this patch, let's plug the DVCA's channel output into the audio output module. Back to the Mod 1, I'm setting the decay stage selector to 1 for now, and adjusting the attack all the way counterclockwise for a quick attack. Let's set decay about halfway and play our keyboard. Yay, we have sound. Okay, pause the video, go off and play around, and then come back for some cool modulation routing with our controlled voltage signals. Oh, hey, you're back. Hey, I hope you had fun. Now let's add some movement to our sound. Okay, we already have our volume contour controlled with the ADSR of Mod 1, which is driving our voltage-controlled amplifier. Remember our rise and fall generator on Mod 1? Let's play around with that a bit. The rise and fall generator is a simple envelope with adjustable rise shape and independent control for both rise and fall speeds. This can work as a one-shot where the rise and fall will happen one time, or in loop mode it will repeat and can be used as a very expressive LFO. With loop mode off on the rise and fall generator, let's plug its output into the CV1 input on NW1. Set the toggle to tune and turn the attenuation to about 12 o'clock and hear what this sounds like. Adjust the input on the CV1 to adjust the amount of pitch variation that we hear. If we enable the loop feature on our rise and fall generator, we have a nice repeating signal that offers vibrato to our pitch. Play around with the speed and symmetry settings for other variations. Our KB37 has a variety of built-in CV controllers, including a couple of wheels. The voltage output of each of these appear in the CV panel on the KB37. I'm going to take the wheel output and route it to the color input on my DVCA1 to control its two-pole filters. Now when I play the keyboard and roll my wheel, I get real-time control of my filter. Okay, we've already engaged the Mod 1's ADSR envelope generator, but let's take it a step further. As I mentioned before, Mod 1's ADSR has up to 3 release stages, and now this only sounds confusing because it is, but not really, once you start playing with it, so let's check it out. The controls for the ADSR are clearly outlined on the Mod 1 panel. On the lower part of the outline, you'll see attack, decay, sustain, and release. The multi-part decay may be a bit hard to read, but once we start using this, it all makes sense. Let's take a look at a diagram of a standard ADSR. Here you see a volume envelope from left to right. Notice on the bottom where my key is on and where it's off. The release stage does not occur until the key is released. Now this diagram shows a 3-stage decay ADSR, or is that an ADDSR? Anyway, as on the last diagram, you can see where the note is on and off again. Decay doesn't start until the note is released. However, multiple levels of sustain with each decay rate is achievable. You can even have the sound get louder over time by adjusting the level knobs, keeping the first level low, and increasing the level settings on each of the 3 stages so each level is lower than the previous. It looks something like this and sounds like this. So how much would you pay for this amazing device? But wait, there's more. Yes, the very versatile Mod 1 should have been called a Mod 3 because it features 3 completely independent generators. The third one is a Symmetry generator. Let's check that out. I'm going to patch the Symmetry output of Mod 1 and patch that into the CV input 3 on the NW1. I'm using the destination switch on input 3 and choosing spectrum for my destination so that any incoming CV signals will affect the spectrum amount. Now set the toggle switch to LFO. Using the gain control by input 3, dial in the amount of spectrum that will occur. Play the keyboard and tweak some knobs, and let's see how this sounds. Let's take another look at the DVCA1. Remember, the DVCA1 has 2 separate amplifiers, and these can be used to process stereo signals or 2 completely different sources. A unique handy feature of the DVCA1 is the built-in 2-pole filter, giving you yet another way to contour and to control the frequencies of your sound. Let's listen to how this changes our sound. This is a great tool, but let's take it further. Remember the rise and fall generator on Mod 1? Let's plug that output into the CV input for the color control on VCA1. The knob below the input controls how much of that signal will control the color control. Play around with different settings on your rise and fall generator to see how far you can go. The CMP1 completes our audio signal chain with a studio quality true analog compressor. Now, having a compressor helps to manage your audio signals, which can go from extreme to extreme, and it also fattens up your sound. You can use this solely for the Waldorf Eurorack performance system, or use it as the final output stage from your entire Eurorack system. Remember, all of these modules and signals are compatible with hundreds of other Eurorack format products from dozens of different manufacturers. And yet another of the great features of the KB37 is its integrated arpeggiator. Quick controls integrated right into the keyboard make this a true performance arpeggiator. Turn it on with the press of a button in the convenient location right between the mod and pitch wheels. If I press the setup button simultaneously, I get a hold feature. Now I can play around with the arpeggiator settings, changing direction, order, octave spread, and note resolution. Being 100% Eurorack format compatible means I can mix and match audio and CV signals back and forth from the Waldorf Performance platform into any Eurorack compatible system. And also the KB37 can even house any Eurorack compatible modules. I have a high quality filter from Tiptop Audio. I'm going to patch the output of the NW1 via the DVCA1 into my audio chain. Now I route the audio from this filter back into the audio output panel of the KB37. Here I can add even more dynamic changes to my sound, either statically or send signals from the Waldorf platform to any of my other modules. I've added a gate output from the KB37 and I'm controlling an IntelliGel envelope. This is driving the Tiptop audio filter. Now any Eurorack module will work either inside the KB37 platform or integrated with an external case. And while there's so much more I can show you, I want you to go off and play. So I encourage you to go explore on your own and uncover many more sonic possibilities. There you have it. One of the easiest ways to start in the world of Eurorack modular synthesizers, and it's all made easy via the Waldorf Performance platform with the KB37 keyboard, the NW1 wavetable oscillator, the DVCA1 dual voltage controlled amplifier, the Mod 1 triple generator, and the all-analog CMP1 Eurorack compressor. And guess what? There's more on its way. But that's it for now. I'm Wreak Havoc for MV Pro Audio. Go out and make some noise.